WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
And good evening, I'm WUSA 9 meteorologist Topper Shutt. We are tracking this storm. We have a weather impact alert for all of Wednesday. We're focusing in on the noon to 6 p.m. tomorrow for the chance for severe weather. So here's the radar over the past couple of hours. Just a solid line of storms in through Mississippi. Haven't seen any reports of tornadoes, but a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, a lot of straight line winds over 60 miles per hour, and it goes all the way up into Tennessee. And it just cleared St. Louis. So this is the line that's going to move eastward and roll through the metro tomorrow. Most of us are going to have a dry commute tomorrow morning, so that's some good news there. We'll kind of zoom in. You see the purple, the magenta popping up there? That's big-time storms and also some hail. So right along 20 is just getting absolutely pummeled. It's going to move through Birmingham here in the next few hours. And even though, it's getting late in the evening, tornadoes are still possible tonight through much of Alabama, southeastern Mississippi, and even Georgia overnight. Kind of zoom in again. See the big storm now. Look at that. See all the, just north of Laurel? Those are huge storms approaching Meriden and also Philadelphia. Now we go on the north side of the storm because March is a battle between spring and winter. So now we have snows, blizzard conditions just north of Omaha. See the darker shades of blue, that's heavy snow, but light snow wrapping all around through North Platte back into Hayes along I-70, and eventually I think it's going to get all the way into Kansas City and maybe even all the way into St. Louis as the storm progresses off to the east. So we have a weather impact alert. We issue it when we have nuisance weather. Maybe you have to change your plans or you have life-threatening weather. In this case, it's both. Now, we're going to issue it for the whole day on Wednesday, but we're going to focus on the noon to 6 p.m. Okay, that's going to be when we think that's going to be the best chance for severe weather and the strongest winds. Impact's going to be strong storms and damaging winds. Now, they're not really connected or intertwined, so to speak. In other words, if we don't have that, doesn't mean we're not going to have that. We're going to have damaging winds no matter what. And the winds are going to start picking up tonight, 9, 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow, as the first line of storms roll through, they're going to be in excess of 50 miles per hour. So what do you need to know then? Well, the metro storm time frame, and by that I mean kind of, right in the metro or just outside the Beltway, Fairfax, Rockville, Bethesda, D.C., maybe as far east as Bowie, is the 1 to 3 o'clock time frame. That's when this severe line is going to roll through. So what can you do? Well, keep devices charged. And I'd keep them charged starting tonight because even the winds tonight will be over 30 miles per hour. So look at this. This is kind of unusual, for March. But we've got a pretty big area in the east from Florida all the way up into Pennsylvania for a chance for severe weather. Wouldn't get too hung up on the numbers. Even though we're only at 2, that's a pretty good risk for us, especially in early March. So what are our threats? Just about everything. I mean, damaging winds, isolated tornadoes possible, and some small hail possible. This outlook looks more like an April map. And when I show you a Futurecast, that looks more like a June radar, at least May, with a strong cold front pushing through. So here we go. Tonight, 9 o'clock, no worries. Great, walk the dog before bed. Temperature still in the upper 40s and low 50s. Notice the arrows. Increasing southerly winds tonight. We get into 10 o'clock. We're in the upper 40s now in Frederick, but mainly still in the 50s downtown. And then by early morning, we're dry in the metro, some spotty showers out to the west. By 8 o'clock, still dry in the metro, warm too, look at that, 59. Winds now more south-southeast and starting to really pick up. We turn our attention out to the west, west of I-81. That's at 8 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, now we have a solid line of storms developing. You don't see that too often. You'll see a line develop with little flecks of red, but this is pretty much a solid line of red, which means big-time storms. And that's at 10 o'clock in the morning. Could we have a few showers ahead of that in the metro? Yes. But this is what we're focused on. So that's 10 a.m. Lunchtime. Now they're going to go through Martinsburg, Front Royal, and Culpeper, approaching Leesburg and Manassas at lunchtime. And temperatures still upper 50s and low 60s. Okay, boom, 2 o'clock. just crossing over D.C. into Prince George's County and Arundel County and still back into southern Maryland. And it's still kind of a solid line, almost looks like a straight line in terms of winds. And temperatures are not falling behind this at all. Look at the winds ahead of it, south-southeast, behind it, still out of the south. I mean, temperature's still 60 in Martinsburg, and that's at 2 o'clock. That's 2 p.m. By 4 p.m., they're across the bay, hammering the Delmarva. Now we even have some breaks in the clouds out toward Culpeper and Front Royal. So some of us are going to see some sun tomorrow before a second line forms and rolls through. Now, the second line is not going to be severe, but we're going to keep showers in through Wednesday night. So, again, that's 6 p.m. Wednesday, and then we get into 12 o'clock. So Thursday, this is midnight Thursday, late Wednesday night, some showers. And yes, you're not crazy. This is snow west of the divide, and temperatures are still not crazy cold. Upper 40s and low 50s is pretty good. Now, because everything's moving so fast, I mean, yes, it's intense, and it will have heavy downpours. Because it's moving so fast, 10 a.m. Wednesday through 10 p.m. Wednesday, generally less than an inch. And we need the rain, too. Maybe we get more like an inch down toward St. Mary's County and Calvert County, but essentially half an inch to just under an inch across the board, which is good. We wouldn't want this sitting on top of us because it's got some serious rainfall with it. So again, rainfall uniform, I think. All the models, pretty good agreement, half an inch to about an inch. I agree with that. And most of it's going to fall in that 2-3 hour period when that heavy batch rolls through. Now, we'll talk winds. So 7 o'clock tonight, these are the peak winds we've had since midnight. So we've already had gusts to 30 downtown, 29 in Frederick, 32 in Hagerstown. Again, these are miles per hour. So what's the forecast for the winds? Well, 8 o'clock tonight, winds are gusting over 30, most of the metro. By 8 o'clock in the morning, bam, gusting over 40 miles per hour across most of the metro. By noon, you saw that big line develop to the west. Look at the winds ahead of it and around that line of storms, over 50 miles per hour, out of the south-southeast. By 4 o'clock, winds are still strong, damaging winds across the bay, but winds are still gusting to 40. And then by evening on Wednesday, winds not crazy, but we'll notice them, 25 to 30. Thursday morning, we'll notice them, not crazy, 20 to 25. Thursday at 6 o'clock, back up to 30 miles per hour. And we get into Thursday night, they're back up to 40 miles per hour late Thursday night and by midnight Friday. So keep those devices charged. What can you do? Well, keep your phones, other devices charged. Leave your car in the garage or carport if you have one. And if you're in a neighborhood, look around, not under a tree. And bring in small tables and chairs and plants. Maybe it's been warm a couple days. Maybe you put some stuff outside. Just bring them in. They will become flying objects with 50-mile-per-hour winds. So we graph it out. Again, we're dry downtown till 10. Winds kicking up. Temperatures low 60s. Again, for the immediate metro, that noon to 2 p.m. is the critical time for big storms. You can stay off the roads. I think I would. And then showers continue 4 o'clock and diminish by 6 o'clock. So behind this, it's not very cold. I mean, low 50s on Thursday. The winds will make it feel cold, but low 50s isn't bad. Mid 50s Friday, mid 50s on Saturday, and then low 50s on Sunday. Guess what happens? After Sunday, we're not doing poorly at all. Look at this. We go low 50s Monday, but then we spring to the mid 60s on Tuesday. Check this out, 70s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Looks like spring has won the battle here. Average high is now 52 or 53, so this is average, but this is, of course, well above average. So here we go. Weather impact alert all of Wednesday, but we're focused on that afternoon time period for strong storms. Still windy on Thursday, dress for the 40s, 55 on Friday, just a few clouds late, maybe a sprinkle Friday night. I wouldn't change your plans right now. And then the 7-day. Clocks ahead before you go to bed Saturday night, and some clouds to start the day. Should finish, though, with some sunshine. And then partly cloudy on Sunday with the time change. We'll See a sunset at 7:09. Low 50s on Monday with partly cloudy skies, and boom, there are the mid-60s on Tuesday. So again, fair amount of clouds to start Saturday. Weekend's not bad. I mean, it is still March, but I guess the good news, sunsets after 7 o'clock on Sunday. The bad news, the weekend is 47 hours long. I kind of get bummed about that. Okay, so at 11 o'clock tonight, I'll have new data. We'll have an update on the wind speeds, an update on the timing of those storms. But remember, weather impact alert for all of Wednesday. For now, I'm meteorologist Topper Shutt.